Hey folks, welcome back to WarThunder. Do you think I hit that guy's missile on that intro clip just then? Because I don't think he'd explode that much from a Vulcan gun, but he really goes pop, and his missile despawns, so I don't know if I hit it or if it just despawned because he died. Who knows? Anyway, the T-2 is the focus of this video, but first we have to get the spawn points to actually fly it. So I'm using the third and final R2Y2 for this, trying to get it spaded. And I started out by hitting some AI howitzers and stuff, just light targets, and usually what happens when you do that is that it draws attention. Boom, he is dead. 10 shots that took. But yeah, usually it draws attention, and then I'll kill the people that come for me. So in this instance, I was actually... it was a Yak-23 that came for me, and he should have absolutely had me dead to rights, because that thing can out-accelerate me, out-climb me, out-turn me, everything, but I don't think the pilot was very experienced. And so what happened was, I ended up scaring him, I guess. I don't know how I didn't get that kill. But yeah, scaring him to the point where he just decided to run. I saw him pop green smoke, which means that he was calling for help and trying to make him an easier spec for his teammate to spot. So as soon as I saw green smoke, I knew that there was someone coming for me. Dodged that F-4 that you saw me kill at the beginning, and that was how that ended. And then all of these guys, they just sort of, well, yeah, not particularly difficult. This, however, not great. AI LA-15 just killed me. Took my right wing off completely, but I'm still... I have 9 seconds to kill this guy, and there it is. I would be so salty if I was him. And how convenient is that I am now dead, which means I can spawn the T2 even faster. No need to land. And maybe one day they'll fix that bug where the AI canopies are open, because it looks really stupid. But yeah, so we're in the T2. First thing I noticed was that the radar can't be square anymore. My keybind does not work, so I'm having to contend with this stupid half moon sort of thing. I asked in Discord whilst I'm flying around about this. It turns out that it's now in game options, so we'll go over that in a little bit, because I actually do change it in this game, so I'll show you the process. But in the meantime, we have found our first victim. Radar picked him up from like some 10 plus kilometers out. I know you won't be able to see the spec that I'm chasing. Well, you might now, but yeah, YouTube compression, blah blah blah, all that shit. And then as soon as we fire on this guy, you'll see the second bug that I noticed. And no, my aim is not a bug. There we go, finally get him. Actually, I guess that the radar thing isn't a bug either, because it's a game setting, but yeah. First bug, I guess. There is no tracer anymore for the 20mm Vulcan cannon. Here's that thing, look. So it's in options, game options, air battle settings, and it's use rectangular radar indicator. Personally, I prefer the square one, because when there's a lot of targets all clustered together more, they're more distinct. You can sort of see them all easier. There's more gaps in between. Aim 90s are just fucking disgusting. I didn't think that would actually hit him, but there you go. This is a P80, F80, the 8.01. Never flown that thing. Boom through, because I see a bunch of other shit happening. Radar's not picking it up, so I couldn't tell which was friendly and which wasn't in enough time to actually line up for engagement, and completely bodged the shots on that Fury. So we boomed through. Radar does help me pick up this Tu-4, however. So lock in with the gun sight, put the gyro pipper on him, hold down the trigger, and actually surprised I didn't kill him outright, but he will burn to death in due course. There we go. This is a bomber. Radar tells me it's bad. We managed to get a missile lock from the side AIM-90s are disgusting enough for that to not even matter. Look at that. That's what you get without a missile warning. I don't think you'd ever get a shot like that in RB. So I just boomed down on an F-84 and completely missed because the gun sight didn't lock him up in time. And without the tracer, I can't correct. I don't know where the hell my shots are going, so completely missed. And he managed to kill a teammate, although it was only an AI. And boom, there we go. He is dead. If anyone's ever a threat to my team, if I actually see them get a kill, or if they have killed me and I just want vengeance, that's usually when I'll use a missile. And speaking of missiles, we just tanked one, tanked two. They're detonating just short and not damaging me. F-4C Phantom. I've been talking to people on Reddit, and this tracer bug, it's only for you as the shooter. Everyone else can see the tracer fine. Like, this guy won't be able to see his tracer fire, which is probably why I'm alive right now. And I can't see my tracer fire, but he can see mine and I can see his, so it's very, very odd situation to be in. But this guy decides to turn fire with me for some reason. He's in the US Phantom, not the British one. I think the British one probably would have actually managed to stand a much better chance and maybe even beat me, because that thing's thrust is just insane. The American one's thrust is also insane, but it's not insane enough to offset the weight. And the T-2's thrust and insanely low weight and nimble chassis, I guess, just mean that I have an edge in this fight. And the F-4 really doesn't maneuver well at low speeds. It bleeds speed way too quick, and yeah, he just didn't really stand much of a chance. I'm not even using full throttle for most of this, because I don't want to overshoot. That's how badly it bleeds speed, and he is full burning almost all the time. But yeah, flying the US Phantom, I'm not a fan of it at all, because the rearward visibility means that if you have someone behind you and you know that they can carry missiles, you have to weigh up your options as to whether you want to fly straight to get away from their guns and risk dying to a missile, or turn to avoid dying to a missile and risk being killed by the guns. Because if you turn, anything can catch up to you or hold with you easily, like even a 7.0. And if you run, you can't see a missile launch because you can't see behind you. It's just not a fun plane to fly, in my opinion. But we managed to kill him there. And he actually almost gets to his runway. I think he was running to his runway because the AI defenders are now jets and not props, so they're actually a credible threat. They're in 8.0 jets in the 8.0 to 10.3 lobbies, and the US get the F-2H, which is why they seem to be everywhere all of a sudden. So because I took damage, we go back to land. I've got 255 rounds left, so I'm kind of in need of a rearm as well, and we've got a fuel leak and an oil leak on one of the engines, as well as some you know, minor damage. But look, this guy comes, tries to strafe me. I honestly thought he was going to die there. That he was upside down, way too low to the ground, but he managed to flip it around and pull out. Full throttle instantly, get the air brake in and the flaps up, but I forget the gear for way too long, so it cost me a lot of time building up speed. Look how slow I am. The amount of drag the gear adds is insane. But I realise in enough time before he can get around behind me again. And this is probably one of the best shots of this sortie. Boom. I think I only actually hit him once. It looks like it's only once. But yeah, these I'm using the armored target belts because I was flicking through all the different belts to see if it was just air targets that didn't get a tracer, and so I just happened to be using armored target for this particular flyout. But they seem to just set everything on fire, which is weird because they actually have less high explosive than the air target belts. Obviously the air target have more high explosive, But I guess it must all be API or something. Massive incendiary content. Honestly, I think these might actually be the better belts to use. And I'm quite enjoying the fact that there's no tracer, honestly. After all that, after surviving a guy trying to kill me as I was landing, I get hit whilst I've actually landed. Although, he doesn't kill me. Dude just crits my wing roots. And maybe he didn't know that the AI have jets now. He must have thought that was a player and treated it as a credible threat, and so he doesn't actually have a chance to come around and kill me, which means that I have a chance to repair, take off, find him, and decide that because he tried to kill me on the runway, he doesn't deserve the chance of avoiding guns. He should just take a missile up the arse with no warning. Boom. He tends to avoid it at the last second. I'm not sure if he actually saw it coming or if it was just chance, but it doesn't matter with AIM-9Es because they are just brokenly OP. I was chasing this F-100 for about 3 minutes. He was turning around all over the place. He never seemed to react to me being there and just tried to run in a straight line, so I cut all of the chasey stuff out and just showed you him being obliterated. And then I spot this on radar. Had no idea it was a phantom until I got, well, within this sort of distance. And look at this turn, he just perfectly puts himself in front of me. And again, we get a fire. And he burns up pretty much instantly. But look how many times I actually hit him in that, like, microsecond. There's like 8 hit marks there at least. Surprised he didn't just blow his tail clean off or his wing or whatever. You have to hit stuff so many times with the Vulcan to actually do any meaningful damage, so this fire damage is actually really nice. Probably most proud of this shot. Just managed to clip his wingtip off. No gunsight assistance on that one because it didn't come in quick enough. So given how rarely I use this gun, given that the gun has a spool up because Gaijin are idiots, and given that there were stealth belts so I couldn't even see to correct, pretty proud of that. Anyway, as before, the only time that I seem to be killable in this thing is when I'm landing. But this time, this guy actually does catch me with my pants down and doesn't fuck up his shot. So, there we go, I'm completely sitting duck. And that is the end of me. But if you've enjoyed this video, folks, be sure to leave me a like, subscribe, a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.